Hi there. In this video, I will show you 3 proven pricing models so that you can confidently charge your voice AI solutions and maximize your revenue. One of the biggest challenges when selling voice AI solution is figuring out the right pricing model. When potential customer ask, how much do you charge for your services? There is no straightforward answer for this, and I'll show you why. So let's dive in. I have seen so many AI agencies undervalue their work either by setting prices which are too low to win clients and which hurts them in the long run, or by not having a clear pricing strategy at all. Don't worry, I have been there. And if you ever struggled with pricing, whether you are charging too little or scaring clients away with very high prices or just unsure where to start, this video is for you. There are three main ways to price your AI solution, which we follow in our agency, The Talent Warehouse AI. The first one is cost-based pricing. The second one is performance-based pricing. And third one is revenue sharing or partnership model. So let's go over each. Let's start with cost-based pricing. Every AI solution has three cost components. First one is setup cost, second one is maintenance cost, and third one is infrastructure cost. In setup cost, it includes the initial development and customization. It's typically 1500 to 20,000 even, depending on the complexity of the project. Maintenance cost includes ongoing updates, fixing the errors or bugs, and improving the workflows. In infrastructure cost, the expenses comes related to hosting the solution, using the AI model, and all the API calls. Let's go deep and discuss about this different kind of setup costs. The setup pricing can be divided into basic, advanced, or enterprise solution. In basic setup, simple voice AI agents without much functionality like cold calling, for example. It's a simple, straightforward solution. Let's discuss advanced automation. For example, let's say your client wants you to scrap the internet, collect the data, and then use the voice AI to call them and ask the qualifying questions and book the appointments for your team. So it seems a very complicated workflow from lead generation to booking an appointment. So I consider these are very advanced solutions, and you can charge between 5,000 to 10,000 just for setting up this. Third one is enterprise solution. Let's say you are working with a mid-sized company or a big company and they have a very advanced requirements. You are setting up different voice AI agents within their systems and you are moving information from one tool to other. So I consider them a very advanced solution, and prices for such solution starts from 10,000 and goes to, let's say, 50,000 or 100k. Moving on to maintenance and infrastructure cost. To decide how to structure your pricing, let's look at 4 possible scenarios based on who covers maintenance and infrastructure cost. So first one is you are maintaining and you are paying for the infrastructure. So in that case, you are charging for setup prices, maintenance prices, and infrastructure cost, which is cost per minute. But in such case, you need to have some systems or tools to control the cost or usage of your voice AI solution. If you don't have control on the usage, it's very hard to charge per minute to your end client. Second scenario is you maintain and client pay for infrastructure. This is good. In this case, you use client's WebP account or N8N account or whatever the technology you are using to build the voice agents. Your client is paying for them. You are just maintaining, adding some new workflows, fixing the errors into this. So you charge the setup cost plus minimal or whatever you think is a good amount. It can start from 500 to goes up to $2,000 a month depending on the complexity of the project. In third case, your client is paying for infrastructure and your client is maintaining this end solution. This is one of the case of custom built solutions. Now you set up everything and transfer it to the client's team. They will maintain it and they will be covering the cost. So you just give it the rest will be handled by the client itself. Fourth case is you are paying for infrastructure, but your client is maintaining it. I don't think this is a logical case, so I avoid such solution. You may charge them per minute here, but I don't recommend doing that. So instead, you go with this case. So you say, okay, I'll build everything, but you are going to take care of the infrastructure and maintenance cost on your end. Now, second is performance-based pricing. With this model, you charge based on result instead of upfront fees. For example, if you have a client who doesn't want to pay you for complex things and just want to try this onto their business, and you see, okay, this client will be valuable in future, let's go with performance-based pricing. So instead of asking thousands or $5,000 to set it up, you say, okay, let's make a deal. My AI agent will book appointment for your business and I'll charge per appointment, which can be like $50, $75 or $100 depending on your understanding of the client's business. But I recommend here to ask for a commitment, let's say for $1,000. In such case, what I do is to check if the client is serious or not. I say, okay, deposit $1,000 and I'll cover that with my appointments. Let's say if I'm charging $100 per appointment, so I'll give you 10 appointments for this $1,000 upfront fees. So I'm not consuming the cost here, but I'm making sure that the client is committing at least something. If the client doesn't want to do anything, I hesitate in such cases. I don't know about you. Sometimes we do for relationship building, but if the cost is high on your end, I don't think it's a good approach. So always ask for a commitment and then work on this model. This model works well when clients don't want upfront cost but are willing to pay based on actual results. Now move on to third, revenue sharing model. In this model, you don't charge for setup or maintenance. Instead, you take a percentage of the revenue generated using your AI solutions. For example, if your AI solutions help a business close $20,000 in sales, you might take 10%, 20%, or up to 50% depending on your involvement in creating the business for your client. In most of the cases, this works best for high ticket businesses where each sale is worth $2,000 or more than that, and they can afford to share profits. But be very careful. If your client's sales team is not strong, your AI might bring in leads, but they might fail to close them. If you are unsure about their ability to convert leads, performance-based model is safer, because in that case, you are just booking the appointments and charging for that, and it's not your headache to convert them. How do you make the choice? So in my case, I generally see these three things. First, technical team. Second, the results. And third is their in-house sales team or their existing client base. Let's talk about the first. If the client has a strong technical team, you build them and hand over to the team. In some cases, you train them or pass the documentation or video tutorials so that they can maintain and cover the infrastructure cost. But let's say your client doesn't have a technical team and he's a non-tech guy. In that case, you can go with either profit sharing model or performance-based model. In some cases, you will come across some clients who wants you to build, maintain, and pay for the infra, and they are ready to pay you the cost. So you can go with cost-based pricing. Third one is, let's say you know somebody who's a really good sales guy or who has an existing offer and a really good client base, and he wants to introduce the voice AI solutions to their existing clients. In this case, you can offer, okay, I'll work with you, but we will share the profit or the revenue. This percentage sharing can go up to 50% or 60% depending on your involvement in the project. So opting for revenue sharing model is a good option in such scenario. And here are some pro tips. If you are charging, let's say, 10,000, 15,000 or 20,000, always go with phased payments. In that case, you can ask for 20% upfront and 50% in middle of the project and rest 30% on completion of the project. And it's not one fit for all solution. You can always choose a hybrid model. Let's say you go with setup fees plus maintenance cost plus some amount on the results. So it reduces the upfront cost and maintenance fees, and you are making money through every result your AI is bringing to the business. Third is value alignment. Always align pricing with the value delivered to clients. If your AI is just another tool, it is not going to make any difference in the business. They will blame you, okay, you charge us so much money, but this AI is not doing anything for us. So have a good qualification layer to select the clients. The AI space is booming and more businesses are coming to test it. Some know and some don't. So the businesses who understand the value, work with them, give your 100%, deliver beyond their expectations. If they like it, you are going to make a huge money there. Now, if you are looking for custom AI solution, we can build it for you. We are offering a partnership model where you bring in the clients, you manage the clients, and my team builds the technology using our AI platform and other tools like Webby, Anit, and whatever the relevant tool as per your requirement. If you want to know more about this, book a discovery call with me, and you can join our community where we train our voice AI partners. If you don't have an in-house AI team, but you have a huge clients who custom voice AI solution, we can help you there. We are not just selling a platform, but we work as your team and leverage our platform to deliver the best AI solutions. If you think this information is valuable for you or any of your friends who is working on voice AI solution, please forward this video to them, and don't forget to like and subscribe my channel for more videos. See you in the next one. Thank you so much.